Schoolgirl, 11, achieves top score of 162 on Mensa IQ test, beating Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking. A schoolgirl aged just has achieved the highest possible score in a Mensa IQ test, even surpassing that of famed scientists Stephen Hawking and Albert Einstein. Snnehal Vijay, from Stanwell, Surrey, shocked her parents by scoring 162 on the Cattell III B paper, something only 1% of all entrants achieve. Although her score is higher than Einstein's, there is a caveat: adults can only score a maximum of 161 while children can get 162. Snehal's parents, Cattell and Nnehal, said they were over the moon when they opened the letter containing her exam score. The result only adds to what's been a good year for Snnehal, as she has also been accepted into Henrietta Barnett School, one of the country's top-performing grammar schools, where she will begin in September. Cattell said he had the idea of entering his daughter for the Mensa test after seeing her revise for the pre-entry exams into Henrietta Barnett. He said, "She was pretty reluctant to do it. So 6 months ago, I said let's go for a family trip, sit for 2 hours and do your exam, then we can go into London," he said. So she did that, and then we went to Victoria to do some shopping. British Mensa has more than 20,000 members from all walks of life with IQs in the top 2%. The average adult has an IQ of 100, while a score above 140 is considered to be that of a genius. Mensa has 110,000 members worldwide. 8% of members are under 16 and 35% are female. The Cattell III B has 150 questions which assess comprehension through passages of texts. The maximum possible score is 161 for adults, and 162 for under-18s. The only way to join is to prove your IQ. Mensa's members use the society to share their knowledge and interests with like-minded people. It was founded in 1946 in Oxford by Lancelot Lionel Ware, a scientist and lawyer, and Roland Barrell, an Australian barrister. Snnehal said she was surprised to have scored so highly. "When I came back from school, my dad was like, 'We have some very good news for you.' I thought he was joking," she said. Her mother Nnehal was equally shocked at the result. She said, "We never expected she would get the highest possible IQ score in a Mensa test." Cattell said he has always been impressed by his daughter's analytical mind, adding she is the reason he got back into reading. "I used to read as a child but stopped as I got older," he said. "When she was growing up she would read to me. Her prize for doing so well on the test was choosing a book for me to read." The Cattell III B test, which examines verbal reasoning, is one of 2 Mensa use in their entry exams. The other test, called Culture Fair, is a diagram-only test which is more suitable for people who do not have English as their first language or who are dyslexic. In order to be eligible to join Mensa, applicants have to get a score above a certain threshold in either of the papers, a score of at least 148 in Cattell III B or a score of at least 132 in Culture Fair. According to the organization, Mensa is a society for like-minded people. Its aims are, to become a member of Mensa you need to prove your IQ is in the top 2% of the population. For most, this means taking a Mensa-supervised IQ test. Mensa's website reads, "British Mensa can offer supervised tests using 2 separate, industry-standard tests, the Cattell III B and the Cattell Culture Fair 3A. A score which puts you in the top 2% of the population on either of these papers would qualify you for membership of Mensa. An adult can only get a maximum IQ of 161 on the Cattell III B test and 183 on Culture Fair. A top 2% score on Cattell III B would be 148 or over, while for Culture Fair it is 132 or over. You can gauge whether you have what it takes to get a good score on the real Mensa test by having fun with the quiz.